The last module of this introduction to HIRA is transfer. Insurance is the process whereby the responsibility for financing losses is transferred to a professional financial risk carrier. Note that the risk is not transferred, but only the financial consequences of the risk. Insurance is only applicable to certain pure risks. Ideally, the risk must qualify as such in terms of a number of criteria. Now, a large number of independent exposures offer similar risks for insurance, thereby spreading the few losses anticipated among the many more fortunate. Large enough statistical base to offer a viable premium, then losses anticipated should be fully definable in terms of time, place, cause, and amount. And then the conditions directly responsible for or leading up to the loss should be accidental. You see, the intention is not to insure anyone against intentional loss. Now, many insurers will insure risk that do not qualify in terms of the above criteria. One such example is the risk of death. Although it exposes a large number of independent people, death is ultimately inevitable and not always accidental. There are also different types of insurance. Now, the insurance industry can be divided into two distinct sections, namely life and short-term insurance. Life insurance entails the following: aimed at providing financial security, ensures payment of outstanding loans, investments in retirement plans, and policies may include personal accident and disability cover, medical expenses, as well as illness cover. Short-term insurance is divided into the following major classes: fire and natural disasters. These are insurance against assets or against goods from which a person is responsible. The risk of fire, flood, storms, tempest, or earthquakes. Then there is crime. This is insurance against assets, money, or goods for which the insured is responsible. Examples are theft, burglary, robbery, fidelity, and fraud. Then there is accidental damage, or all risk. This is insurance against the risk of accidental damage to or loss of insured items because of falling, impact, or breakages. The fourth class is breakdown. This is insurance against the accidental, mechanical, or electrical breakdown or malfunctioning of machinery and equipment. Such machinery could include large manufacturing machines or even personal computers. Then there is transit, insurance against the loss of or damage to goods while in transit or during temporary storage. Then we have motor insurance. This is insurance against accidental damage to the insured's motor vehicle resulting from accident, theft, fire, or storm. The legal liability that the insured may incur in terms of damage to third-party property or third-party death or injury. There is also liability insurance. This is insurance against the legal liability the insured may incur in terms of damage to third-party property, injury to or death of a third party, damage to the environment, consequences of defective products, malpractice or wrong advice, slander, and even product guarantees. Consequential loss, business interruption, or loss of profits insurance. An insured may suffer a loss of profit as a result of any of the above insurance classes. The loss of profit, especially fire and breakdown, could be insured. The insurance would provide for a given indemnity period. Now, during this time, the insured would be indemnified for loss of profits. This is a simplified explanation of a complex class of insurance. Then there is politically motivated damage. This could be because of the nature of the risk and the high potential cost of a single event. These risks are usually separately insured. The South African Special Risks Insurance Association insures these risks. SASRIA has its origin due to the reluctance of the professional underwriters to accept these risks. The government was the motivating force in the establishment of this association. Finally, personal incident. This is insurance against death or injury of an employee for which the employer elects to provide compensation. This class also includes insurance for which the employer may be legally liable. A case in which the employee is not protected in terms of the COIDA Act is an example. There are many other types of short-term insurance which are just as important. A few major classes are marine hull and liability, aviation hull and liability, credit guarantee insurance, export credit insurance, construction all risks, erection all risks, and advance profits. All of these classes are aimed at indemnifying the insured against loss sustained as a result of an insured peril. The insured will pay the insurer a premium for this indemnity. The insurer will indemnify the insured in terms of the conditions set out in the insurance policy. Such indemnity would take the form of replacing the asset or repairing the damage, or alternatively, a financial compensation. Normally at the option of the insurer, but strictly in accordance with the terms of the policy. These were the 6 modules to the Introduction to HIRA for Plumbers. Please remember to go on to the HIRA for Plumbers section, part 2 of the risk assessment course. And then you will end with part 3, that is conducting a continuous based risk assessment.